Friends, today let us talk about decision making. Everybody in life make decisions. Whether it is in personal life, professional life, business life, we are taking decision, we are making decision every now and then. So how these decisions are made and how it should be made. That is what I want to tell you today. First thing is when you make decisions, as they say, decisions are made by heart or decisions are made by brain, head or heart. That is what everybody says. So do we make decision by heart or by brain or by head? Let me give you two examples. In Ramayana, when Lakshman went along with Ram in exile, it was 100% decision based on heart. He never thought any logical by thinking by brain that what will happen when I'll go, whether I'll get food in exile, what will happen, I'll be protected by Ram or not. He just decided, I love Ram and I want to be with Ram. That's all. And Lakshman decided that based on his heart. It's a decision 100% on heart. If you come to Mahabharata, there was one incident when all prince were having their competition. All Kauravas and Pandavas were having competition, and Arjuna did excellent job, and he was to be selected as the best in that student in that. And suddenly, Karna appeared, and he did exactly what Arjuna could do, or little better than him. And then everybody thought he's better or he's best, and he was to be awarded as best. That time people started shouting, he is not prince, he is not son of a king, he is from a lower caste person, so he can't be. And he was humiliated. That time Duryodhan stood and he said, I am giving him one land and I am making him king. So Karna is a king. Forget whether he is not a Kshatriya or he is of any caste. He is a king. So he can very well be in this tournament. Of course, his logic was not accepted and that all history you know. But that was the moment when Duryodhana decided. And I'll tell you, that was 100% decision by brain. He thought he is the person, Karna is a person who is going to help me in future because he has got talent. I want him on my side. He never thought that he is humiliated and I don't think there was any heart in that decision. It was 100% brain. So these are the two examples when we decide by heart 100% or when we decide by brain 100%. But we are not Lakshman or Duryodhan. We decide sometimes by heart, especially in personal life, and most of the time in business and professional life by brain. And let me tell you, there are personalities. Everybody is different in this world. Everybody is unique. And people take decisions sometimes on heart and sometimes on brain, I say, but most of the time their personality is fixed. Like people know, I can put out him, I can manage him. Because people know that he can be managed through heart. So you have one personality and you are taking decision either based on heart or brain. I am not saying change yourself, but understand this decision I have taken based on certain emotions, or this decision I have taken based on logic. That is what you should do when you are trying to decide or make a decision. Just think. Once you know that, yes, I have taken this decision based on emotions, fine. Once you know that, once you realize, then you are ready to face the consequences. So, my only request to you is just think whether it is based on emotions or based on some logic, whether heart or brain. That's all. Don't change. Whatever you want to decide, decide. But just be informed. So this is one part, heart and brain. The another part while you make decision is risk. Every decision has a risk, and how much risk you want to take. I want to give you an example. Sunil Gavaskar, the great batsman. There is no doubt about it. But what they say, Sunil Gavaskar was very, very good when he was playing within the crease. That distance between stump and the crease, that line, in that only he used to play very well. He very few times he crossed the crease and played because he was expert and he was probably taught, and he was knowing that his talent is playing within the crease because he was little risk averse. He doesn't want to take risk, go cross the line and hit the fours and six and boundaries or whatever. He managed his game within crease and he did very well. And he's a great batsman, there's no doubt about it. At the same time, if you take people like Sachin or Sehwag, or there are many people, or even Virat, they go out of the crease and play their game. Their natural game is like that. So they take a risk and they get reward. Sunil Gavaskar also got his rewards. And Sachin, Virat, all aggressive batsmen, they get their reward. Of course, there's a risk also. So you need to think whenever you are taking a decision, how you will manage your risk or what risk you can take. What is your risk appetite? Yours as well as your organizations. Now you will say it is fine cricket. What about business? How you can relate it? So whenever you take decision in business or your professional life, what is important? What is uncertainty is data. It is very good if you get 100% data, then you can decide very well. But that never happens. You get 60% data, you get 50% data, you get 30% data. And that time you have to decide based on that. It is exactly like cricket again, I am telling you. When you are facing a bowler, you don't know exactly where the ball is going. You know probably, yeah, he's a off spinner, he's a leg spinner, he's a seamer. You know something. Sometimes you don't know anything because you are facing a new bowler. So you may not have 100% data, so you have insufficient data, and then you have to decide. That time you have to think about risk appetite of yours as well as organization. Whether organization is capable to take that much risk, then you can go and do that. So my suggestion or my recommendation to you is just think about the risk involved, your risk appetite and organization risk appetite, and decide. The third thing is look into the history. Now, history is a big word. I'm not saying history means go back 100 and 200 years back, but what happened last time? What happened in past is important. And many a times in legal or in finance or HR normally uses precedence. What has happened last time, and they will follow that. Of course, there are certain things like sales and marketing. You can't think about past. You have to always think creative and do new things and take new decisions. But even there, your past data is important. So look into the past data and decide what happened last time, what went wrong or what went right, and probably you can decide. So these are the three mantras I want to tell you. Think about your heart and brain. Think about the risk appetite of yours and your organization, and think about past and take the lessons and decide. These are the three mantras for decision making. Thank you, friends.